So this is a rant. This is a rant about Cyrene. And I'm gonna be real. She's not good. She is mediocre. And a side grade for most Crisis Airs, a slight upgrade for Castery's teams, and I think a pretty big upgrade for DPS Evernight. This is not about like the overall how usable she is. This is just a little small rant before we get into 3.7. And I'm going to tell you, Cyrene is not that good at all, which we all know. But I think for overall game health, her nicheness is actually a kind of good sign as long as they don't lock universality or like start, making bosses with the intentions of E2 characters in mind. If they make the bosses, all realistically beatable for E0, S0, I do believe it would like Cyrene's whole problem would be much less, bad, okay? We all expected Cyrene to power creep everything. She did not, and people are angry. That is the truth of it, okay? We, as much as the community hates power creep, this is the one character, if not like one of the two, because I do believe Phynon was a character that people absolutely would have loved to be overpowered, and he was overpowered. Cyrene is in the same boat, except she isn't overpowered, right? She's like in the same expectations boat, but her boat is sinking because her she's just so bad. Like mainly because of ramp up time in every team that isn't Casteries or DPS Evernight. Anything that's not Mono Remembrance, she is, falling off. And you have to really weigh up whether using a cycle is like to get a single ult is actually worth her unique buffs for your Crisis Air team. And let's be real, if you're not running her with Crisis Airs, you're an idiot. Okay, there's no way she is universal. Don't delude yourself. You can make the argument she fits into the Herder Anaxa team, but even then, it's not that good. It won't. Your ramp up time is so bad. In other words, the grass is green. MiHoYo has created a character that is super niche, just like Cyrene. Unfortunately, they made it with Cyrene. People clowned on Cyrene. People are crashing out because of Cyrene. We say we hate it, but as much as we hate it, we also want to see our characters be overpowered. And as soon as MiHoYo tries to not be power creeping everything, it just falls apart, doesn't it? We go insane. We go crazy. I think it really depends on what happens in 4.0. If they really start ramping up HP inflation again, they power creep old characters. I'm actually hoping that they won't, and Cyrene is a sign that this won't happen. I may be wrong, so don't believe in future Star Rail, right? And I think another big issue with Cyrene is that her E2 is so critical to her. She needs E2. And yeah, it's not a fun thing to see. It's not a good idea to have a character's universality locked behind E2. Because it just pisses people off. I think if she like had those 12 stacks in her base kit, she would have been much better. If her like Eidolons was to make her more into a DPS, then I think people would have been more forgiving instead of it being, oh yeah, it fixes to fix the character. MiHoYo should have committed and made it so that no matter what, her ramp up time would be bad. No matter what team you run with, it'll be one cycle for all of them to ramp up and get Cyrene's ult. I think I do believe in that kind of equality, but we'll just have to cope. And yeah, I'm hoping for a secret hot patch that fixes everything. It won't. As for the rest of the live stream, it was pretty good. They've announced a lot of things. Like, well, not too many things, obviously, but good things like fast farming and some other small, like, quality of life features, some new events, free rewards. I think it's good. I do think it's good. Um, but yeah, they butchered our Cyrene, And still no new 4-star, no Remembrance 4-star, no standard banner Remembrance. They've put Topaz and Numby in bloody the free 5-star shop. But goddamn, they're giving out another one of those selectors, which is good. I guess I could pick up a character, mainly Bronya, but it's just so pathetic looking at Cyrene. It's so horrible, and it really hurts. It does hurt. Okay, I understand the hurt, but we have to kind of temper ourselves and realize that for the overall game health, it's actually good. I would argue it's actually good, mainly because characters aren't getting power crept, and it's good enough. Like Tribby loses her spot in Remembrance team, so what? She just goes to a different team and she's outperforming Cyrene again. Cyrene is a side grade, well, a sort of downgrade to or side grade depending on the circumstances to Sunday. Well, good, you can free up your Sunday for other teams now. You've got, it's really she's a well character. Let's be real. You're just considering what's getting rerun. Like if you don't have mono remembrance, if you don't like if you already have Tribby, just pull Tribby. If you need debuffing and like a universal support, get Cypher. Like they're rerunning like characters that are unironically better than Cyrene alongside her in the first half. And then you have Finon in the second half, who, his fans are gonna want to get, like me, are going to get like Eidolons and Lyco. It's just a pain. It's just a pain. Hopefully Cyrene's sales don't do well. If you're gonna pull Cyrene, just get E0, S0. Don't use, you know, like I'm sorry for your loss if you were saving for Cyrene. But yeah, I'm dead inside. See you guys another time. It's ahead.